What's up, you guys? How's it going, my MS Gym family? What is going on? Sorry, I have a weird little camera angle here. My tripod is in my car. I forgot it. Vacation brain, right? So I just want to say thank you for having me back. Hopefully you're welcoming me back and you're not like, what the heck is this guy doing back on the camera? I missed you guys. I really did. I missed you guys, and we had a good time. Just taking the week off to really enjoy Colorado, enjoy getting up in the mountains, and enjoy being married, being parents, and just us together as a family. And I thank you guys for your continued work, your continued progress, your continued commitment, and just your continued just participation and belief in yourself. Because a lot of times when leaders like myself or your trainer or your coach or your teacher or someone leaves, you kind of fall off the wagon and you're kind of like, he's not really checking in on me. So, I'm just going to kind of chillax. If he's taking a week off, I'm going to take a week off and do your thing. But I really didn't see that. Like, I popped in a couple times just to see how things were going. I was getting updates from Ken and my moderators here and there. I was just kind of overseeing things. But I really needed like a week to just kind of unplug, refill my brain, refill my spirit, refill my body, and really just like connect back in, because like the past couple months have been just 100 miles an hour, pillar to post, working for you guys, trying to create Moving Strong, trying to create everything that has come out, and there's been some really, really good things that have come out of working that hard for 2 months, and so it was completely worth it. I just for some of you guys, because it's funny when I say this, for those of you that are parents, Misty and I were kind of chuckling because when you're parents and you travel with your children, you don't really go on vacation. You don't really have like sleep until whatever and eat whenever and do whatever and all that. You basically are just parenting in a different location, right? You're just parenting in a different setting, in a different house, in a different hotel room, in a different place. And that's really what you do the whole time. And this really wasn't that much different. Misty and I we had some time to just kind of chill out and hang out. But for the most part, we were managing our children, entertaining our children, feeding our children. And that included the unborn child that is coming up in about a month or so here. It kind of revolved all around them. However, I did have some moments where I got to actually kind of chill out and kind of reflect on just my life and where things are at and how blessed I am and how did I get here. Like a year ago, I would have never imagined that today, on whatever day it is, July 9th, I think it is, we are standing here and there's 15,000 people now in the MS Gym. Like 15,000 people. That's nuts. I remember literally sitting in Misty's parents' backyard, like hooping and hollering and filming with Misty that we hit 500. And now we're at 15,000. Like, I don't even know how to really comprehend what that means, except that we're doing something right. And we're doing something right because you all are helping me and Misty and Ken and the moderators build this house and build this community and build this dream to find the hopeless and find those that are walking in darkness and find the broken and find those who have been told they are not worthy to invest in, not worthy to stick with, and not worthy to stick by as they walk through this MS journey. We are creating a house of hope. We are creating a house of healing. We are creating a house of strength. We are creating a house of attack. We are creating a house of love and caring and compassion for those who literally have been tossed aside by the medical community, those they love, those they've trusted, and oftentimes by themselves, thinking that MS is a burden, that they are a burden because they have MS, that MS somehow is their fault, and that because they can't heal and get better, that they are weak and not capable of actually healing. And I just need to tell you that if you're feeling like that, it's a lie, because you can heal. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about life victories. You see me oftentimes in the MS Gym and in the Members Corner put hashtag life victory, because I want you guys focused on the little things, the little victories that you have, because the little victories lead to the big victories. And let me just give you this story. Like when we were away, we went to this awesome lake reservoir, right? And literally you walk down this rocky path and all this kind of stuff, and you look up, and like, I've lived in Colorado my whole life and I've seen mountains my whole life, but I'm constantly in awe of the beauty of the mountains. And like, I look up and there's just this gigantic peak on one side, and then there's this waterfall over there, and then there's these tree-lined hills behind us, and then there's over here, there's this valley that drops down and opens up, and you can see for miles. The water is cool and crisp. The wind is warm. You can hear the waterfall charging in the background. And I was walking along the path with Brielle, with my little one. And there was a couple things that happened, right? It like kind of almost simultaneously is that I'm sitting there walking with B. I'm holding her hand tightly because there was a lot of rocks. Like it was a rocky coast, and B was just like, "Don't let me fall, Daddy. Don't let me fall." And I'm like, "I got you, babe. I got you, baby. I got you." And she's like, "Okay." So she's walking. She's in her little flip-flop shoes. I'm in my little flip-flop shoe. Like literally one of my flip-flops broke as I was walking, so it's gone. So I have to take my shoes off and walk on these rocks. So here's the thing, you guys. When I was going through almost my year-long, definitely 4 to 5 months most intense, but a year-long relapse due to Lyme disease, where I literally could not put pressure on my feet. I was in a boot for 16 weeks, foot to foot to foot to foot. This one would get better, then this one would flare up. Then this one would get better, this one could flare up. I've been hit in the face so hard playing football and by baseball bats and everything else playing athletics. I have never cried. But the pain in my feet were so severe with Lyme disease that I literally was in tears, and I had these thoughts: I cannot live like this for the rest of my life. I can't do this. If this is what the rest of my life is going to be like, I can't do this. I had those dark thoughts because my feet hurt so bad that I could not put pressure down. I could not have a sheet lying on top of my feet. I could not wiggle my toes. I could not walk. I had to crawl to the bathroom. And this went on for literally 4 months straight. Ask Misty. And I thought to myself, as I was holding on to B's hand, walking along this lake, I cannot believe that I'm walking on rocks barefoot right now. I cannot believe that that I'm doing this and there's no pain. I cannot believe that a year and a half ago, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk again and what kind of damage is being done to my feet. And then I started to think about, because of those flare-ups, because of my feet being so bad, because of my stupid Lyme disease and this autoimmunity that literally destroyed the joints in my body, that I created the MS Gym. And I thought about the fact that my autoimmunity led to me creating the MS Gym, and the exercises that I used to heal myself are now the exercises that you guys are doing to heal yourself. And because you're using those exercises to get any results, we are now at 15,000 people. And I thought about that. I'm like, how am I walking on rocks, sharp rocks in cold water with no shoes on and not in pain? And I just thought about it. I'm like, the power of the human nervous system, neuroplasticity, the MS Gym. All the exercises that I'm teaching you guys are the exact same exercises that I had to teach my brain to find new neural pathways to go around the damage that Lyme disease caused in my brain, my joints, my nervous system, to be able to walk again with my 3-year-old daughter in that lake. Then guess what happened? I looked down at her and she's kicking her feet in the water, just laughing and giggling. And her laugh and her giggle is one of the most contagious things you will ever hear in your life. Like when she laughs, like Misty and I literally just stop whatever we're doing and we just listen. Because little B's laugh is one of the most beautiful, beautiful sounds that has ever been created. You cannot help but smile when she laughs. And she's just laughing and laughing. I'm looking down at her and I'm holding her hand and I'm like, I had to pick her up. And I picked her up and I held her over my head, which I couldn't do when she weighed 12 pounds. My hands were so broken, I could not pick her up. And I held her straight over my head and I just turned her around. And she had her arms out like an airplane and she was just giggling. And I brought her down and I nuzzled her just like only a loving father can. And I kissed her on the cheek and she goes, "You're the best dad." This is three sentences she said. She goes, "You're the best dad ever, Dad. I love you so much. Thank you for bringing us here today. This is the best day ever. You're the best dad ever. Thank you for bringing us here. This is the best day ever." And at that moment, I thought about you guys. And I thought about like, oh my God, like, this is why I'm doing this. This is why the MS Gym is created. Because I want you to have moments like I had with little B. I want you to all of a sudden be somewhere and be like, oh my gosh, a year ago I couldn't do this. I want you to be in a mountain lake somewhere holding someone you love, whether it's your spouse or your friend or your kids or your grandkids or whatever it is, and be like, I remember a time when I never thought I would be here. Because I've been there, you guys. I've been there with you. And now I'm back. My feet didn't hurt. My body didn't flip out. I didn't have any residual pain. Nothing happened. I was free. In that moment with my daughter, over my head, when she said, "You're the best dad ever. Thank you for bringing us here. This is the best day ever. And I love you." That's freedom. That's freedom of your heart, your mind, and your spirit. You are no longer confined when you have moments like that. You are no longer imprisoned when you have moments like that. Nothing has bondage over you when you have moments like that. And I want that for you. That is why the MS Gym was created. That is why I spend months and months creating programs for you, because I need them to work. You deserve someone who's going to put in that amount of hours and that amount of energy and that amount of commitment to create programs that yield results, that get you walking, that get you standing, that get you sitting better, that get your bladder control back, that get your fatigue less, that put you on a path towards your memories, towards your family, towards your freedom. And you guys, I get it. Like, I get it. Every single person on this planet right now is worried about the what ifs and the future. Or the will I. Will I have enough money? Will my kids be happy? Will my marriage be fulfilling? Will I have a job? What will my retirement look like? Will I be happy? Will I live long? Will I get sick? Will I be healthy? Will I get to do my bucket list dreams? Will I get to take those dream vacations? Then there's you guys who have all those same wants, desires, and questions, but then you throw MS on top of it, and then you start to ask the questions of, will I be able to walk in 5 years? Will I be able to stand in 10 years? Will I end up in assisted living? Will I be disabled? Will I not be able to use my legs? Will I be able to feed myself? Will I be wearing a diaper the rest of my life? Will the people who tell me that they love me now leave? Will the people who tell me they'll be with me forever now walk away? Will I be a burden on my family? Will I be a burden on my husband or my wife? Will I be a burden on my kids? Will they still love me? Will I still be worthy? Will I miss out on memories? Will I even get to live the life that I thought I was going to live at one point? I get it. And here's the other thing, you guys. I know that your deepest desire right now is to have one day, one moment, one memory where MS isn't ruling your life. One day, one moment, one memory where you feel free. where you feel hope, where you feel possibility, where you feel optimistic, where you feel like, you know what? I may not get back to 100% of what I once was or what I once thought I was going to be, but guess what? Like, I'm getting better. There is a different path. I have a shot. I have a chance. Trevor believes in me. The MS Gym believes in me. My MS Gym members community believe in me. They're here for me. I'm not alone. I know you just want one day of relief. You want one day outside of your battered body so that you can walk where you want to walk, and you can climb where you want to climb, and you can just rest where you want to rest, or you can go where you want to go. I honestly, at one point when I was at the height of my feet thing, my Lyme disease stuff, like I didn't know if I was going to have moments like that again. I didn't know if I was going to be able to pick up my kids again. I didn't know if I was going to be able to run with my children. And it broke me. It broke me. And that's why I fought back. That's why I started using the power of what I've been teaching people for over 20 years to heal myself. And that is why I created the MS Gym, you guys, because I want you to have that one moment, that one memory, or that one day where you get up and you're like, I made it through the whole day and I'm not exhausted. I made it through a whole movie and I didn't worry about having an accident. I made it through a whole anniversary dinner and I had an anniversary night with my husband or wife where I felt connected and intimate and romantic with them again. I felt sexy again. I felt handsome again. I had that one moment where I got to like run with my kids just out of nowhere. Where did that come from? I want you to have that moment when you climb up to some obscure, quiet place in nature and just sit there and appreciate the miracles before you. Like, I want that for you. And that's why I'm here. Most people come back from vacation and they're dreading their life. They're dreading their Monday. They're dreading going back to reality. Well, guess what? My reality is a dream because of you all. Like, my dreams are my reality now, and your dreams are becoming your reality now because you guys are putting in the work. You're believing in yourselves. You're believing in this program. You're believing that healing is possible and that counteracting MS is real. So thank you for that. Because without you, I don't exist. This doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. So I just want you to take a second, listen to the two words that are going to come out of my mouth next. Just chill your mind out for a sec. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Because whatever is going on with you, like, I'm going to find a solution. Whatever struggles you're having, I'm going to find a path for you. Whatever problems are restricting you and limiting you and keeping you bound and keeping you down and keeping you doubting and keeping you feeling like you're never going to get better, I'm going to find a way around or through those obstacles because you're okay. When you're in my house and Papa T's in the house, I want you to know that you're okay. I want you to breathe at some point when you're in the middle of your relapse, in the middle of your freak out, and be like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. You guys, this is my life. Like, you're my life. You're Misty's in my life. You're Ken's life. You realize at the end of July, like, Ken is walking away from like 17 years in his business, walking away to be with you. I have given up every single one of my clients here in person to be with you because it's that important that I'm with you. We have moderators that are literally giving up activities that they were once in to dive in and work as almost full-time staff voluntarily for you. I have a wife who is bursting, ready to give birth to my third child, sacrificing time with her husband. And I have 2 little girls who understand that daddy needs to go to work to help people because of you. I'm not going anywhere. Like, I am here. This is it. This is my destination. This is it. I have nowhere else to go, and there's nothing on this planet, nothing else on this planet that I'm created for. So when I say you're okay, you're okay. Because guess what? I know what I'm capable of. I know what's in here. I know that I never stop learning. I know that I never stop creating. I know that I'm connected in so that I constantly get answers to help you guys. So I bet on me. Because I know what I'm capable of. And I know how passionate I am for you. And I know how fired up I am for you. And I know how committed and freaking sold out, on fire, violently committed to fighting against the things that are holding you back and restricting you and keeping you from who you want to be. Because this is what I was made for. So you know that you have me. So that at the end of the day, if you're doubting yourself and you're doubting who you are and you're doubting what you're capable of, know that I'm not. Know that I am banking on the fact that your brain and your nervous system are more powerful than any computer on the planet and that will ever be created. And we will harness and utilize the power of the brain and the nervous system to create pathways around your MS damage to help you walk again. And it's being proven day after day after day that this is truth. And it's real, and it can happen, and you guys are in the right place, at the right time, with the right people, to learn the right things, to set yourself free. So thank you for letting me come back to my dream. Thank you for letting my dreams continue on Monday. After taking a week off to be with my family, who are my dream, my God-given reality, like my miracles in action, proof that God is real, God loves me, and that miracles do happen. and that my life is better than I deserve. I get to come back with them, back to you, and walk into dreams continued, miracles continued, family continued, and I don't have to go back to a job. I get to live out my passion through you, with you, alongside you, and for you. So to all you 15,000 MS gymmers that have said yes, thank you. To all of you 15,000 MS gymmers that have said let's go, I'm with you. For all of you 15,000 MS gymmers that have said help me, that's what I'm here for. And to all of you 15,000 MS gymmers that are sitting there being like, there's one person that I know that needs to hear this. Go find them. Because 15,000 can turn into 30,000 real quick if you find one person and you just get them here. One person with MS. One person with a neurological condition. One person whose body has turned on them that need help and need someone to guide them in a program to follow. 30,000's coming up real quick. And I don't care about the numbers. I'm just using that because it's a milestone. Like, I don't even care. We can stay at 15,000 for the rest of eternity. And if 15,000 of you are set free, I've lived my purpose, man. So I love you guys so much. And I thank you for being in my life so much. And I thank you for who you are. I love you for who you are. I want to know you are worthy and you deserve to heal and you deserve someone to invest in you and spend the rest of their life. Like, I'm going to be 40 in like 2 months. I'm going to spend the next 40 years helping you. I spent half my life trying to find you. And now I'm going to spend the other half of my life, loving God, loving my family, and loving on you. So just know that. When I say you're okay, you're okay. When I talk about life victories, I want you to think about life victories. Every victory is equal. Wiggling your hands is just as important as climbing a mountain. Wiggling your toes is just as important as running a marathon. Standing up out of your chair is equally as impactful as going to a movie with your spouse. Taking 3 steps out of a walker or with your walker when you couldn't walk last week is just as important as someone who walked 1,000 steps that day with walking poles. It's all equal because all of us start in a different place. All of us start with different baggage. All of us start with different medical histories. All of us start with different mindsets, different bodies, different comorbidities, different medications, different people, different cases. So every victory counts. Every victory is a brick. Every victory is a paver that you put down and step on and walk forward. Put down, step on, and walk forward. Every life victory matters. From buttoning your pants, to taking a shower, to shaving your legs, to tying your shoes, to putting your hair up, to driving a car, to getting groceries, pumping gas, walking across a crosswalk without freaking out, eating ice cream, not taking a nap, getting up the stairs, going to the bathroom, watching a movie without falling asleep, making it through a movie without having to go to the bathroom. That is just as important as hiking a mountain, running a marathon, walking 10,000 steps, or running again. You have got to know that. Life victories are built upon small victories. Big victories are built upon small victories. Your life changes brick by brick. Some days you lay down 1 brick. Some days you lay down 10 bricks. Some days you lay down 100 bricks. The next day you may lay down 1 brick again, but you're still laying down bricks. So with that said, you guys, I gotta go. My wifey has a baby appointment. We're coming up on the home stretch here. I think we have 8 weeks left till due date, but we both think that the baby's coming earlier than that. I gotta get home. I gotta go take care of my little girl so my wife can go to the doctor. But man, I love you guys, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being part of my life. Thank you for being part of my family. Thank you for being my family, and thank you for letting me continue to walk in my dreams and walk in the reality of a vision that was once created like 16 years ago by my dad and is now being lived out every single day alongside each of you. So I love you. I missed you. I'm so excited for everything that's coming up over the next few months. You guys are going to freak out over all the cool stuff that's happening. 15,000 people, man. That's pretty awesome. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I love you. Bye.